Hello, and welcome to the FisherPoetry Podcast, a showcase of prose, poetry, and song written and performed by those in the commercial fishing community. Mostly. I'm your host, Brad. Thanks for joining us today. Today we are happy to be bringing you another installment of Sunday at Sea, a live show of maritime songs, stories, and good coastal fellowship hosted by Mark Allen Lovewell and Molly Knoll from Martha's Vineyard, Massachusetts. So, without further ado, here's their show.
Are we going live? I think we're going live.
We're live.
Wait a minute.
We're almost live.
I gotta share
almost
this.
Live.
We gotta
well,
share
we're live,
this.
but we're not. We're
right? We're live.
doing things a little differently here.
Oh yeah. I think I'm gonna. Oh, I gotta find you. Wait a minute. It doesn't show up for a second. Ah, here we are.
We're live. Okay.
I hear the ship's bell. It's time to go. Let's share this different places. We gotta share this at Sunday at Sea.
She's sharing it right now.
Yeah, because I know you're out there and you're looking for us. Where are they? Where are they? Well, here we are. Just posted it there. Now I'm going to share it to my page too, because sometimes people want to. We're here. We're live. There we go. Hi, everybody.
Hello, everyone.
I got to look like in the mirror. We're here. Sunday at Sea at 7. My hair looks so funny. Oh well. Are we going to do something? Are we going to play? I think we're going to play.
I think I'll do something.
Let's do it. Here we go.
Good evening, everyone. My name's Mark Allen Lovewell, folk singer from Martha's Vineyard. Seated right next to me is Molly Knoll, wonderful singer-performer.
Glad you're here.
And welcome
We're
to Sunday
here.
at Sea.
Sunday at Sea sick. Yeah, well, we've been a little under the weather.
Well, we
this
might
week.
as well be candid about
Might
it.
as well be
Tell them what
candid.
happened. It was a bumpy week.
It was a bumpy week. We got a little bit of congestion.
I'm coming
going
out
on.
of a cold, and really, it's not COVID. We
Just
got
cold,
tested.
just
We were
cold.
testing
All
ourselves
good.
all over the place.
That's right.
I'm coming out of the cold, and she's just got into it.
I just got into it, but that's
But she's
okay.
also been singing a lot.
You
She's
know,
been singing
there's
a
something
lot.
about singing that lifts your spirits, and even when you're feeling,
So
it makes you feel better.
So this show is slightly
do it.
slightly or significantly different depending on how you're paying attention to what we're doing.
That's right.
We're as a camera for the show. We're using our iPhone, my iPhone, and we're using the audio, the simplest audio of all. We got a little mic here and a mic there.
So it's a little different,
None of the
but
big
let
mics
us
that
know
we
if it's coming through okay. We'd be glad to know.
Everybody says all
We'd be
right.
glad to know. You just keep us posted, because we'll be watching the comments here. Hey, we see Joanne's here. Hey, Joanne. And Carol's here. Carol and John, thank you for staying at your house because we wanted you to be sick. We love it when you come and you're here. So we miss you, but we're glad that you're being safe. Yay. Oh, good. Coming in good. Yay. Joanne's getting over something too, so it's kind of going around. Well, we hope that the cheery music can cheer all of us up and chase all those germs away. That's what we want. Hey, and Claire's here too. I declare and Mom. Yay. Oh, it's so good to have you all here with us. We're loving it, and yeah, we just a little bit, a couple of hours ago, Mark was like going to soldier on and do the whole show by himself because he's so sweet, and just like, you take it easy, because I came home this afternoon and I was like,
In a few minutes, we're going to talk about the longevity of the show, and one of the key ingredients of the show is that for Molly and I, we take it easy. We don't drive ourselves too hard, and that's why I think we've been doing it so long. We've been doing it 2.5 years now, right? 2.5 years.
We've been doing it 2.5, and you've been doing it an extra 1.5 years before that. Which is so cool.
Oh, here's the harmonica.
You got the harmonica? All right, what are we doing next?
We're gonna do green grass.
Oh, that's right. Green grass. I love this one. Although I never know the words.
We're thinking Earth Day today.
Earth Day! Yay! That's a big occasion. Celebrating our Earth, well, that's a good thing. That's a good thing.
Earth Day, right? You're all thinking Earth Day like we are?
We got to think about all the things that stay in balance, and this song is such a good example.
With the green grass growing all around and around, and the green grass growing all around. This isn't a maritime song, but we're gonna make it a local song at the end. Because Earth Day's important, right?
Earth Day's important.
There is a hole.
There is a hole.
The prettiest hole.
The prettiest hole.
That you ever did see.
That you ever did see.
Well, the hole in the ground. The green grass growing all around.
The green grass growing all around.
Now in that hole. It was a root.
There was a root.
The prettiest root.
The prettiest root.
That you ever did see.
That you ever did see.
Well, the root in the hole in the hole in the ground. Green grass growing all around and around, and the green grass growing all around. Now on that root, there was a tree.
There was a tree.
It was the prettiest
Tree that you ever did see. Well, the tree and the root and the root and the hole in the hole in the ground. Green grass growing all around and around, and the green grass growing all around.
Now on that tree,
Now on that tree,
there was a branch.
there was a branch.
It was the prettiest
Branch that you ever did see. Well, the branch on the tree and the tree on the road and the road and the road and the road. Green grass growing all around and around, and the green grass growing all around. What he said.
You're on NyQuil.
That's right. I'm not responsible.
You're not required to know all the
I'm
words
not
of the
responsible
song.
for any lyrics.
You get a pass. Molly gets a pass tonight, everyone.
Phew.
She's really good. She's really good for a lady who's little. Now on that branch,
Now on that branch,
there was a twig.
there was a twig.
The prettiest
Twig that you ever did see. Well, the twig on the branch and the branch on the tree and the tree on the road and the road and the hole in the ground. Green grass growing all around and around, and the green grass growing all
I
around.
hope you're singing along, folks.
I hope you get the words better than me.
Now on that twig,
Now on that twig,
there was a nest.
there was a nest.
The prettiest
Nest
that you ever did see.
Well, the
many hearts over there. We can see. We're looking at the phone right now.
They're giving me hearts for the night.
I want to see some hearts coming up. There's one. Now in that nest. There were some eggs. The prettiest
eggs
that you ever did see. Well, the eggs in the nest on the twig, and the twig on the branch, and the branch on the tree, and the tree on the root, and the root in the hole, and the hole in the
ground.
And the green grass growing all around and around, and the green grass growing all around.
I got it pretty close that time.
Those eggs. There was a bird. It was the prettiest.
No telling. Bird?
That you ever did see.
Well,
the bird on the eggs and the eggs in the nest on the twig and the twig on the branch and the branch on the tree and the tree and the root and the root and the hole. And the hole in the
ground.
And the green grass growing all around and around, and the green grass growing all around. I wonder how many people are still watching this show. You still with us, everyone?
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah, we got hearts.
You still with us? I'm seeing some hearts.
Yeah.
Now on that bird. There was a feather.
Of course, a feather.
It was the prettiest
feather that you ever did see.
Well, the feather on the bird and the bird on the eggs and the eggs in the nest on the twig and the twig on the branch and the branch on the tree and the tree on the root and the root in the hole. Are you surprised? The green grass going all around and around, and the green grass going all around.
We forgot the hole in the ground. Uh-oh. Are we fired? We forgot the hole in the ground.
All right, now we're going to make this song a local song. So it's not just anybody's song.
Not just anybody's song.
You know, it's a song that you can associate with Martha's Vineyard.
Right here. Here it goes.
Now on that feather.
There
was a tick.
There was a tick.
It was the prettiest.
Ick.
That you ever did see.
Well, the
tick on the feather and the feather on the bird and the bird on the eggs and the eggs in the nest on the twig and the twig on the branch on the tree and the tree on the root and the hole in the ground and the hole in the ground where the green grass growing all around and around and the green grass growing all around and the green grass growing all around and around. This is our Earth Day song.
Yeah.
Where the green grass growing all around.
Yay! Yay!
Are you all right?
Hi, everybody. Uh-oh. The locals are like, no, not a tick. Yeah, that's right. We had spray on. We put spray on before we sang the song. We're protected. Hope you guys were too. Hey, it's good to see you all. Hey, Connie, Caroline joined the party. Nancy's here too. Oh, thank you. Nancy, you be careful. I see you were coming down with something too. Oh, just allergies. That's good. Boy, they are starting right around now.
Oh, yeah.
They definitely are. Yeah, we could have had some of those on the feather. The allergies on the feather.
The dust on the feather. The pollen in the air.
That's right.
And the green grass growing all around. Oh my gosh, it sounds like a... Oh my, we won't go there. Anyway, the good news.
Well, happy Earth Day, everybody. And may it bring you more greenery and less ticks.
And right now we're going to do a shout out.
Yeah,
right?
we got to do a shout out. We got to do a shout out for a dear friend. I think we gave a little
we
shout
did
out.
yesterday.
Yeah, we celebrated the life of a dear friend who was a cat boater and a friend, Tad Crawford. We celebrated his life yesterday, and I was really privileged to get to sing with my dear friends, and the four of us sang and gave him a wonderful send-off musically. The music was chosen by Judy, his wife, and we were so honored to get to sing this music. Now, I know this is a maritime show, but there's some beautiful songs out there for paying tribute to lives well lived. And you know,
This whole program was held in the Agricultural Hall in West Tisbury. This is this huge barn in West Tisbury, and it was fully occupied by people from all over the island who came to pay a tribute and honor him. And this amazing service that Molly was a part of, and she sang a solo and she played her flute. And you all know Molly and her flute and Molly and her singing. Well, she hit the notes, and boy, there was not a dry eye in the whole place.
well, not just because of me, too. I mean,
Well, I'm
my
just
friends, too.
saying now. I'm just saying to my friends here that there was not a dry eye in the place. And Molly did some singing, and with her buddies, her
Well,
friends.
I sang my Irish Blessing song. That's actually the
You wanna
last
mention the
song
names
in
of them?
of our home CD. Yeah, and my friends that sang along with me were Jenny Friedman and Catherine Reed and Mark Friedman and David Benke, and they all sang backup, and then we took turns being backup for each other. So it was a
And they are wonderful singers. I mean, these folks are just, and they've been friends for, I want to say, certainly for years and years and years and years, and they are tight. They are a tight group. They're so tight.
Well, and we sing usually Broadway kind of music. We do this show together called the Wicked Good Musical Review. And Judy Crawford and Tad used to come and sit in the front row every single time we did a show, sit right there. And we would sing to them, and they just loved the songs, and some of them just really meant a lot to them. If you love to look up things on YouTube, you could look up a song called from the musical Wicked called For Good. And one of the lyrics is, I don't know if I've been changed for the better, but because I knew you, I have been changed for good. And it's just the impact of one life that can have on you, which was sung so beautifully by Jenny and Catherine together. It was so lovely, accompanied by the incomparable Peter Vogt. And then there was another beautiful song that Jenny sang, lesser known, but look it up. It's a song called Sleepy Man, and it's from the musical called The Robber Bridegroom. The Robber Bridegroom, Sleepy Man. And it was just a perfect song that really described the caretaking that Judy did for her man who was suffering from the effects of Parkinson's with the most indomitable spirit. He was just not going to be stopped and always had the biggest smile on his face. He brought joy with him wherever he went, and just a tribute to a life well lived. So if you want to listen to some music after the show,
Tad was amazing. I knew Tad
up.
as a sailor. Molly mentioned he was a catboat sailor, and so he and I we had great affection for each other as sailors. And he sailed a catboat called Moonshadow.
A big Cat
18
Stevens fan he was.
And so Jeff Lott had bought the boat from him, and Jeff was there, and Jeff and I are good friends. And the fellowship of the gathering, you know, it was, we were all touched. You would be touched if you were part of our audience. And it resonated with us throughout the night and into the morning and all the way into now, and it will resonate with us for days, years ahead, because he was just a treasured fellow. And one of the things about it, Parkinson's is an awful disease for somebody who was out and about, bouncing around the world, doing cool things, sailing, wherever. Parkinson's is cruel. It just brings you down to... And he
didn't
prevailed with a level of enthusiasm
and good humor.
that was an inspiration throughout his his final years, inspiration to all of us and an inspiration for us today. And, so we give a big shout out in our show today because honestly, you can't not. He was so wonderful. And thank you, Judy.
Yeah.
Thank you for sharing.
Thank you for the honor of letting us sing for Tad, because it was a huge honor. And just lovely to hear everybody's tributes. I got to share a little bit of his humor.
Please.
Yeah, this was like just maybe 6 months before he passed away. It was Halloween time, and he and Judy were going to a party. Now this is a man who's got a walker, and it's really hard for him to look up, and and he's like, I know what I want to be. I want to be the Hunchback of Notre Dame. So he decided that's what he had to be. So Judy decorated his walker to look like the castle and gave him a nice costume looking like burlap or something. And they had a picture of that, and it was just to die for, just hilarious. But because he had this hugest smile on his face, he was just so fun and so just, you couldn't dampen that spirit. Could not dampen that spirit.
He personified the spirit of making the best out of a bad day.
Yep.
And yet he had a whole lineup of many days.
Yeah.
Many days when he was challenged. But he was such an inspiration to us.
He was. The other thing that always will stick out in my mind was we kept hearing this refrain. When you were with Tad, you knew that at that moment you were the most important person to him, because he was so focused on having a conversation with you and just enjoying that moment of together, however long it was. And so people yesterday were celebrating and wanting to continue those moments of Tadness. I love that. Tadness.
It was like a universal feeling at the whole event, was everyone had that same thought, possessed the same thought, as when you were talking to him, he was paying close attention.
Sincerely interested. Even if it wasn't a thing that really interested him, he was just, because it interested you, it drew him in and just made him so animated and happy. What a guy. What a guy. So, tribute to a life well lived.
I want to do a song I haven't done on this show, and could be more than a year. This is a song somebody I've been reminded to. Dean Lovewell reminded me that of this song. It's called Desolation.
Love this one.
And it's a story about how difficult and challenging it was to be out on a whale ship for years at a time. And a real simple tune, and it comes from Gail Huntington's collection, and it was sung by Ewan McCall. Many of you know Ewan McCall. I'll sing a little rhyme as I have a little time of the meanest ship afloat in creation. Her name it is the Mitchell, from Edgartown did sail, and they fitted her out to go to Desolation. Her officers were natives of old Cape Cod, a place where there is nothing to eat on. Well, the product of their land is mackerel, bones, and sand. And it's starve yourself or go to Desolation. On board of some ships they have plenty to eat, but here they put a stop to our ration. All of us work for nothing and find your own grub, and it's starve yourself upon Desolation. Well, the meat on the ship once belonged to a horse, or one of his darn near relations. They put us on allowance of £1/4 pound. They said you'll get no more on Desolation. Beer and flour wouldn't last, or bread 3 times a day. Milk and fresh greens were our privation. All of us work for nothing and find your own grub, and it's starve yourself upon Desolation. Well, I've had a little time to sing a little rhyme about the meanest ship afloat in creation. Her name it is the Mitchell, from Edgartown did sail, and they fitted her out to go to desolation.
Boy.
I just want to add something about this. I sang this song a lot when I was performing more frequently in museums and whaling this and whaling that. And I was frequently asked, well, was there really a ship called Mitchell or Captain whatever? And so I looked her up. The ship Richard Mitchell sailed from Edgartown November 21st, 1856.
Wow.
We did the research. One thing you can say about the whaling era when they were hunting whales, was it was the most documented industry at the time in the creation of America, because all the ships kept logs and the people on the shore kept records. And this vessel made one voyage from Edgartown, and it went to Desolation, the Indian Ocean and Pacific.
Desolation Island. I didn't realize that was an island.
Yeah, it was an island. And Captain James Huxford. And we can even tell you about the ship. The ship was built in Mattapoisett in 1829.
That's right over the water.
She did 7 voyages from Nantucket, then was sold in 1852 to a New Bedford captain, then sold to Edgartown in 1856. Now, you know the dates of the Civil War and whatever. This is the tail end of it. After that one voyage, she was sold in 1861 back to New Bedford for merchant service. In 1863, she was sold foreign. So we know the song is a real, true song, came out of a logbook, and was collected by Gail Huntington.
Wow.
And it just chills me to think of these stories and songs that tell something about real people and the challenges they dealt with. So
Well,
anyway.
the challenges they dealt with make me want to have a little something to drink, because, man, that sounded pretty desperate there.
Oh, yeah, we're doing Drunken Sailor now.
I think we better have a little toast
Oh
to
my God, we gotta do
a Drunken Sailor
right now. Because
while we drink our non-alcoholic ginger beer.
That's right, we're doing that. Yeah, because you got enough on Tylenol today, and I got enough on it this week. Ho, 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 and a bottle of...
A sip of rum is more like it. We're such teetotalers around here.
Oh, and a bottle of...
NyQuil.
NyQuil. She was saying to me before the show began, we could do this show is sponsored, but no, it isn't.
Yeah, we could be sponsored by so many health products this
So
week.
all of you, I don't know,
Fisherman's Friend, do you like those? Oh, they're such good
Fisherman's
cough drops.
Friend. Anybody know about this
Friend,
stuff?
That's so nautical, right? Oh, they're so good.
Oh, my
Fisherman's
God.
Friend.
Yeah, that's
Look
right.
at those. They're the best cough drops.
Top of the mast, oh yes, and haul 'em on top of the mast, oh yes, and haul 'em on top of the mast, oh yes. Early in the morning, well that's way. Early in the morning. Well, give him a cold shower until he's sober. Give him a whole shower until he's sober. Shower until he's sober. Shave his belly with a rusty razor. Shave his belly with a rusty razor. Shave his belly with a rusty razor. Little lion, help me out.
Way up she rises, way up she rises, way up she rises early in the morning.
Well, what's that on the screen?
Oh, it's a message.
Don't
Get rid of it. Get rid of that thing on the screen.
Maybe it's an email.
Oh, it
Don't
says
touch the
which-
screen. Don't touch it.
There we go.
See, we were looking at the iPhone. We can see what's going on. We can see every time you put a smile in there. This is unusual for us. We don't usually see this. Well, put him in the bed with the captain's daughter. Put him in the bed with the captain's daughter. Put him in the bed with the captain's daughter. Lie in the morning. Well, that's way sailor, that's what we do with a drunken sailor. That's what we do with a drunken sailor. Lie in the morning. Well, that's way up she rises, way up she rises, way up she rises. Lie in the morning.
You just never know when it's going to make an appearance. It just had to jump in there.
That's right.
It had to.
All right. Now I'll have my ginger beer. Now I'll have my
yeah, there
ginger
you
beer.
go.
All right, here's to all the friends who've been
Oh,
with us.
Joanne's got her fisherman's
we're
friend
not a-
cough drops out there too. They are good, aren't they? Oh, they really clear the sun.
I want to toast all of you who've been with this show for so long. How many years you've been with us? You heard my show this morning, right? 4 years we've been doing this.
4 years. Isn't that wonderful?
Can you believe that we've been doing this for 4 years?
Isn't that cool?
How many things in life do you do for 4 years?
Right?
College,
Right?
high school. We've done this for 4 years.
Isn't that awesome? You started that 4 years ago. I said, well, do you remember any of the songs that you did for the first show? I thought, oh, let's do those again. No, you didn't put them on YouTube back then. You were just starting out. You just thought this was like a temporary little thing, right?
Does anybody... How many... Melissa, I know you were there. Velma was there.
Velma was there. I know,
there's
right?
so many
4
people.
years.
Sharon was there early.
Yep. Isn't that cool?
It was bumpy because we didn't have internet service like we have right now.
Oh yeah, the tech
And
was
so
always
oftentimes
going weird.
the voice and the picture of the voice didn't line up with the sound actually coming out of
That's right.
and sometimes the screen would go blank. And it was just bumpy. I mean,
Bumpy.
it was bumpy. But
that's
there
okay.
was nothing else going on around because we were in the throes of COVID. There was nothing else going on. So we had so many people who would bear with us. And I can share with you, I mean, it's hard to imagine. You look at this show now, we have a couple hundred people watch this show every week. We had thousands of people watching my show.
There was nothing else going on.
Nothing
right?
else going on.
We were all stuck at home. We were desperate for some entertainment.
And people were just like you are today. You folks are so generous, thoughtful with people. Anyhow, it was just... Anyhow, so 4 years. We're into our 4th year now.
Yeah.
Here's to you.
We'll drink to that.
Here's to every one of you.
Thanks for being
The
here.
ones who just arrived for the first time and those who've
That's
been
right.
with me for a long, long time.
That's right.
Molly, for like 2.5 years you've been, right? 2.5?
So cool. So cool. So much fun. So much fun. Well, this next song, we thought, oh, well, we got to do this song because Well, we've been having our NyQuil all week, and we might have to give it up, and so we figured we should do Farewell to Whiskey. Oh, I gotta get my fiddle for this one. Oh, we love this one. It's so good. Yay. Oh, thank you, Joanne. Thanks.
And Joanne's been with us for a while. My gosh,
Yeah.
right, Joanne? You've been with us years.
And Carol says technology has approved, right? Yes, absolutely. That's right. Yep.
And we were rescued by Brad. Brad, how long has it been? 2 years?
Yeah,
You rescued us.
that's right. He brought us a lot of good technology stuff. Yep.
So anyhow, thank you all of you for being with us. What a critical, wonderful association we have. And the world is bumpy still. COVID
That's
is
right.
gone essentially, but there's bumpy stuff going on all around us.
There it is. So we gotta do this.
Here we go.
2, 3.
that song. It's called Farewell to Whiskey.
We love that one.
And hopefully by the end of this week we can say farewell to NyQuil.
Farewell to hot toddies. Well, maybe not those. I'll drink ginger beer to that.
Farewell to a box of Kleenex.
Yeah. Yeah. I'll toast to that.
And then we're overdone. Here's a toast to all of you folks out there who had a cold so far this season.
That's right.
You got it behind you, right?
There's the getting behind
Please
it. Mm.
comment, put a star in there, put a something, put a smile.
Yeah.
Oh, come on, folks. You can put one in there.
Oh, yeah. Oh,
I'm looking
yeah.
at you. I'm watching. I can just see just one person pop a little something in there.
Oh, yeah. We got stories here. We got
Oh, my
stories.
God.
That's right.
Everybody else is running around.
No,
Oh,
we
my
got
God. There we go.
We got smiles.
Hey, we really are very connected here tonight,
That's
We
right.
really are family,
Yeah. Aren't we lucky? Aren't we lucky? We're so lucky.
Oh, my gosh. So what are we doing? Oh,
Ooh, we've got a funny one to do now. We've got a funny one. Yay, concertina!
Friday morn when we set sail, we'd not been far from land, when the captain spied a lovely mermaid with a comb and a glass in her hand. Oh, the ocean waves may roll, and the stormy winds may blow, while we poor sailors go shipping to the top. And the landlubbers lie down below. The landlubbers lie down below. Well, up spoke the captain of our gallant ship, and a great old captain was he.
Sorry, I'm just doing a little knitting in the middle of the song.
I have a wife and sail in town. Tonight a widow she'll be. Oh, the ocean waves may roll, and the stormy winds may blow, while we poor sailors go skipping to the top, and the landlubbers lie down below, and the landlubbers lie down below. Well, up spoke the cook of our gallant ship, and a greasy old cook was he. I care more for my kettles and my pots than I do for the bottom of the sea. Oh, the ocean waves may roll, and the stormy winds may blow, while we poor sailors go skipping to the top, and the landlubbers lie down below. The landlubbers lie down below. Well, up spoke the cabin boy of our gallant ship, and a dirty little brat was he. I have some friends in Boston town, but tonight
They don't care.
but they don't care
A
for
penny for
me.
me.
Oh, the ocean waves may roll, and the stormy winds may blow, while we poor sailors go skipping to the top, and the landlubbers lie down below, and the landlubbers lie down below. Well, 3 times round went our gallant ship, and 3 times round went she. The 3rd time round our gallant ship, she sank to the bottom of the sea. Oh, the ocean waves may roll, and the stormy winds may blow, while we poor sailors go skipping to the top, and the landlubbers lie down below, and the landlubbers lie down below, and the landlubbers lie down below.
Sorry if I was distracting you.
Oh, that's so cute. You're doing that. That's so cool.
Oh, look at you. I got to give a little update.
Give everyone an update on what's going on here.
Oh, yeah, here we go. So, yes, the blanket is nearing completion. So, here we go. Show it from the bottom, so the green part, and then we get into the center section. See if you can guess what the shapes are. Upside down, right side up, upside down, and then we have some other. There's patterns in here. It's a little bit hard to see, and now I'm starting the green again. So it's just like at the bottom.
And you all remember when she started it too. Right?
So it's getting there.
Please say yes.
It's getting there. Yeah. Yep. So I'm doing a thing called the rice stitch or the seed stitch for a lot of it, which is knit one, purl one, knit one, purl one, and then you do the opposite. So it ends up having like a little bit of a bumpy look to it, but it retains its shape very well. So that's what I'm doing for a lot of it. But I'm working in other little shapes and patterns in there too. So I'm having fun. It's getting there.
It's a very calming effect on this whole house. You know what I'm talking about. You come into a house and a woman is sitting on the couch and she's knitting. It's a very, very different place.
Knitting, it's so
very
relaxing.
Calming.
It is. It's a lovely thing to do. I love doing it. I love doing it.
No kidding.
It's very fun.
Oh my God! And Molly, so Molly, this is what she does. She's a beautiful lady. All right, let's see what we got going here now.
What do we got going here? Oh, we got another fiddle tune. I better take a break here from the knitting. Get back to work. I love this tune too. This is called Planxty Irwin, Planxty, which means in honor of Irwin. So whoever Irwin is, we thank you for being honored in such a way because this is a lovely tune.
Well, Carolyn was a blind fiddle player in Ireland.
Cool.
And he went around playing. People loved his music. And to make a living, or a good part of his living, was to write songs for people.
So that was a good idea.
And we are so lucky today that these songs were written down, passed from one fiddle player to another, written down. And so they're part of our story, part of our musical legacy when we go around. We love Irish music. Please, don't you all agree? Anyway.
From the tune of this, I think Irwin was a really sweet guy because this is a really sweet,
terrific.
Sweet
anyway.
Tune. Yeah.
And I think when was it? It says here when. No, it doesn't say it here. But anyhow,
when.
he's a wonderful man.
That's a
wonderful man. God
thing.
bless him.
We love it.
Here we go. Ready?
1, 2. It's so pretty.
So nice.
It's so pretty. I love that one. It's so lovely.
Oh boy, look where we are now.
Look at where we are now. Oh, we're at credits time. We got credits to shout out. Oh, and Susan's here from the West Coast. Hey, Susan and Jeffrey's here. Great to be back on the vineyard.
Oh my God, Jeff!
Thank
Did you catch in on earlier? And we were talking. I mentioned you.
That's so cool. Aw.
Yeah. Thank you for joining with us, Jeff.
Thank you, everybody, for being here. We're just so sweet. It's just so sweet. And we have to thank all of our Patreon supporters because
Thank you.
That helps keep the show going.
It really does, folks. It really does. We're a low-budget operation. We really are. We don't have any.
So thank you for that. And
So our Patreon supporters are it.
That's right.
Thank you, and they're loyal.
That's right. And you can find out more about that at markallenlovewood.com, my website, mollyknoll.com, or mollyandmark.com. Woo! Lots of stuff going on. You can see when we're going and doing gigs. Speaking of upcoming gigs, we have one coming up on
Tuesday
night at Pathways up in
Pathways,
Chilmart.
which is the Chilmart Tavern during the summertime.
That's right.
It's up island and a lovely town of Chilmart.
It's a great gathering.
We're part of a maritime program. We've got people are telling
Gee,
stories.
I wonder why they asked us to take place in
and
that.
they're asked us to do a few minutes.
Yes.
We're going to do a few
There's a
minutes.
whole lot of people doing things, and so we're going to
So
be
we're
part
giving
of it.
you more than we're giving them. We're giving you more of a show than we're giving the folks up in Chilmart.
But we'll still give a good show. We got some good things planned to sing there, and that'll be fun.
That's right. We're doing all right. We're going to be all right, and we've got some other events coming up. You can check our websites for calendar events, and but the Sunday at Sea is the big show.
Is it? And you can find reruns of this. You can go to YouTube, and Brad from the Fisher Poetry Archive has done a fabulous job all the time of editing them and putting in all the proper credits and fun little things he sneaks in there, which is just a lot of fun. We love Brad. He helps us so much. And you can look up Fisher Poetry Archive for some podcasts too. If you're driving and you don't want to have the distraction of a video, you can get podcasts on all your regular podcast places. Or if you like to watch your local cable access TV station here on the island, MBTV has us regularly. You just never know when we're going to show up. And same thing with CCM in Salem, Oregon. We're on there too. So we're thankful for all of these ways you can find us. And
one other thing I'd like to add about our YouTube followers: please subscribe.
Oh yeah.
Because when you go to YouTube and you can watch our shows for free, just watch our show for free. Please subscribe, because
that does help.
We're far from monetizing the show, but you could help us by just subscribing. Subscribe, and that way you'll be notified every time we come up with a new show, which is fairly frequently. Thank you to Brad.
And speaking of notifying, if you haven't yet signed up for our free newsletter, go to mollymark.com. You can sign up. Go to Mark's website. You can sign up any old way. We got content coming up.
We got content coming up.
Yep.
Well,
We're gonna send it. Oh, and we know what that tuning means. We know what that means. It's our favorite sing-along, even if it's not our favorite time. This is our last song.
And we're still going. All the daffodils are still blossoming around here. We've had a lot of rain, and
Lots of yellow. Hey, Brad signed on. Hey, Brad. We miss
Hey,
you. We
Brad.
love you. So sweet.
Can I tune this, please?
Oh, sure. We can have a
Because
tuning break.
we got people in the audience who can tell.
Well, and it's funny. I got the fiddle out earlier, and it was not holding a tune. I think it was used to having Ashley, the wood stove. Let me just do a little take on Ashley here, because you might see that Ashley is all buckled up for the. All put to bed. No fire in Ashley. All done for the spring.
Yeah, we ran out of wood. We ran out of wood. Ashley is done for the season.
That's right. Show you over there. It's resting. It's dormant.
We miss her because it's supposed to be cold tonight.
Yeah.
It is.
I got a sweater on. Feels good. Cozy. Oh, here you go.
Thank you, everyone, for joining with us tonight. It really matters. It really matters. No kidding.
Y'all make me feel better, even though I'm feeling a little sick.
And if you haven't told us, tell
Cheer
us
me
where
up.
you're. Yesterday we had people come up and tell us that they watch our show. We don't even know they're watching our show, and they just tell us. So it's okay. You can be anonymous. That's all right. We don't mind that, but we just want you to.
Thanks for joining us. It means a lot.
All our hands tonight capstan. See the cave running clear. Lead away, little boys. Born again, we do steer. Rolling home, rolling home, rolling home across the sea. Rolling home, the dear Cleveland. Rolling home, dear God today. Fare thee well, yes, Spanish maidens. It is time to bid adieu. Happy times we've spent together. Happy times we've spent with you. Rolling home, rolling home, rolling home across the sea. Rolling home to dear Cleveland. Rolling home, dear God today. Round Cape Horn one frosty morning, and the sails were full of snow. Tighten those sheets and pulling those halyards. Let her off and let her go. Rolling home, rolling home, rolling home across the sea. Rolling home to dear Cleveland. Rolling home, dear God today.
Is this the last verse? Gotta bring him on home.
Thank you, everyone. What a great show. You folks are terrific. Many thousand miles behind us. Many thousand miles to go. The ocean lifts her waves from us. To and well, in the shore. Rolling home, rolling home, rolling home across the sea. Rolling home to Martha's Vineyard.
Here we are.
Rolling home, dear God today. Thank you, everyone.
Yay.
So glad you joined with us.
Thank you so much. We're so glad you're here. We love you all, and we'll see you again next week.
That was Sunday at Sea, hosted by Mark Allen Lovewell and Molly Knoll of Martha's Vineyard, Massachusetts. Thank you, Mark and Molly. It was a real pleasure to have you on the show today. For more information about Sunday at Sea, please check out the link included in the podcast description. Well, that's it. This one's in the tote. The Fisher Poetry Podcast is written and produced by me, Brad Wortman. Music used in this episode is courtesy of Mark Allen Lovewell and Molly Knoll. We're always looking for Fisher poets like Mark and Molly to come on the show. If you'd like to appear or have comments about the show, please send an email to thefisherpoetrypodcast@gmail.com. If you enjoyed this podcast, please subscribe to haul the latest episodes into your net. The Fisher Poetry Podcast is available via our podcast host, Anchor, and several other hosts, including Apple, Google, and Amazon. Please also check out our videos on the Fisher Poetry channel on YouTube and visit the Fisher Poetry Podcast page on Facebook. Thanks again for listening, and we'll see you on the next one.
Come all young sailormen, listen to me. I'll sing you a song of the fish in the sea. Blow ye winds westerly, westerly blow. We're bound to the southward, so steady she goes.